Hey guys, Merry Christmas, or technically it's Christmas Eve as the recording of this video, but when many of you see this, it probably will be Christmas. Anyway, I wanted to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Hope that you all are with your family and friends, having a great, amazing time. I know I will be tomorrow. I'm having a great, amazing time right now, but I'm always having an amazing time, so what's good? Anyway, I thought I'd give you guys a little early Christmas present and show you the layout, and tomorrow I will show you the new engine I bought. But until then, let's move to the... Oh, wait. First, you really won't be able to tell too well how you might... Yeah, see, most of you guys, you got train pictures. I got pictures of Michael Jackson in my room. See, that's so cool. You can't really see this one too well, the glare. Oh, wait, there you go. Billie Jean. Yep, one glove. The one glove. Yep, and then you got... I have no idea what outfit this was. I forgot. But I've seen the concert when he wore it, though. Great concert. The greatest entertainer of all time. If anyone tells you different, slap him. Because Michael, he's the best. Michael Jackson. Anyway. But enough about Michael. Let's get to the layout. BAM! Yeah, I've been kind of busy. In case you haven't noticed, I have been a little busy. You know, let me give you a small little tour of what's going on here, okay? So first off, let's talk about the DCC system real quick. So most of you know, if not already, you will. I run the NCE Power Cab to run my DCC locomotives. And I actually have 3 locomotives right now. It's on locomotive 600, which is currently on the inner loop right there with the Santa Fe caboose. But yes, there are 2 loops. Now, I worked on a lot of the kinks in the layout. I think I've gotten most of them out. But one problem I did have was that the original power cord I was given for the guy, he pretty much cheated me out of $100 and some odd. One, the controller didn't work when we bought it. We had to solder the circuit board in order to make it work. But anyway, the cord was messed up, the power cord. So what I had to do is I had to go to Radio Shack and buy a new one, because things we had the wires were touching. Okay, the wires were touching, so of course that was going to cause an electrical short. But eventually, so what we did was we glued it and we put a split in between there so they wouldn't touch anymore. But the thing is, the wire unraveled further down past the split, and it ended up damaging it even further. So what we did was we soldered it and we split it again. But the thing is, that snapped. Okay, the solder snapped and it just completely messed up the wire. So there was no way to repair it. It got so bad to the point of where the connection, we were going to solder it again, but the thing is, the connection was lost on the inside of the power pack. But so what we did was we just decided, you know what, screw it, let's go get another one from Radio Shack, and it's been working great. My original one was black, but this one, it works it works even better. So anyway, enough about that. Back to the layout. So if you look over here, like I said before, we've got 2 sections of track. I've got 2 engines on it right now currently. So let me give you a tour. This right here is on the outskirts, right outside the yard. You can see the yard over there. I've got you could call them bridges, trestles, whatever you want to call them, but this right here, this is of course the crossing gate section. This is, you'd be amazed what you could find at the dollar store. At least I found this at the dollar store 2 years ago, but it's run by batteries. Flip the switch. Got my crossing gates going. That's great. Got a little signal here. I need you, actually, this is what I want to ask you about. I found some signals down at my local hobby town, but the problem I was having was I was wondering if they would be able to work on DCC. I know they were made for DC railroads, but I'm not sure if you can use DC switches on a DCC layout. So I wanted to ask you guys that you could let me know, help me out, give me some information, what you would recommend, because I've been really wanting to get some working signals, and they were only 20 bucks down at Hobbytown. Anyway, I'm using the nickel silver track and also the black road bed track as well. Easy track, the easy system. Over here, you keep going up both lines, you can see, what I did was, down this right here, this black turf, this was an experiment. My mother bought some black liner down at Walmart, and I asked her if I could have a little bit of it, and I wanted to see how it would look, and I think it turned out pretty freaking awesome. These white trees kind of look out of place here, considering the ground isn't white, but I still think that this road, or this asphalt, we'll call it, looks really nice. Anyway, over here you have the little construction area which I had before on the previous layouts. You can see my Constructicons, the old knockoff Transformers over here, but no one knows. Shh. It's really great. I've got a car my uncle gave me, and I've got an old... This actually was from my first HO train set, my first electric train set, one that was in battery powered. And this was actually a wireless command station for the engine itself, for the controller, and that was great. Not really too much more to say about that, but I've hidden the wire, and I think it looks really great over here in this area. So, anyway, the yard. Okay, now this is one section of the yard. You know what? Let me go on the other side and explain to you how the yard works. Okay, because this is pretty intricate the way I did it, and I did not actually originally intend it to be this intricate. Now, as you can see, okay, so we've got the outer loop here, right? The only way to get onto the inner loop of the track is through that switch over there, which we were just at, where the crossing gate is. Now, once the train passes through there, there are two ways to get through the yard. There's one right here, and there's one over there. Now, the way I prefer to do it is over here, because for some reason, every time I flip the switch over there, the trains derail. I need some better switches than what I have. I need some newer switches. And what I will show you is I did buy a DCC switch. That was one of the surprises. I wasn't going to tell you guys till Christmas, but you know what? I wasn't actually going to show you the layout till Christmas, but I bought a DCC switch, the first of many, and it works great. It's amazing. You can flip the switch manually, but I prefer to do it DCC, of course. But all the other switches I have to flip manually. Now, when you're on the inner loop and you're going to the yard over here, you notice that there's a siding here. You can come up through. See, the thing is, this DCC switch right here is actually this. It's pretty much the key switch to the entire yard. If you don't flip that switch the right way, you're not. If you don't flip this switch, you're not going to get to the other two sidings in the yard. Okay, you can. If I just leave the switch flipped. Okay, if I leave the switch unflipped and I just leave it right there, you'll be able to get to that one siding. But in order to get to the other two sidings, you have to flip this switch. So this switch is central to these other two switches over here, and also this switch will determine which one of the other two sidings you go to. And in this siding, I have passenger cars from Santa Fe set up at the train show. These cars I got them for $1 each, and they're amazing. These are some other cars I bought at the train show. These two right here have Kadee couplers. These aren't Kadee, but they're still nice. I'm trying to switch all my freight cars to the more realistic kind of couplers. Now, this siding, it had freight cars in it. Those freight cars are now on that train right here on number 600, Illinois Central. And my parents are upstairs listening to music. Anyway, see what else is going on over here. It's my mother in the background. You've got the signal tower right here. Signal tower looks great in this area. The crossing gates that I had from that set I bought and I can't find. I forgot what company made them. Anyway, these, of course, were not going to stand up on their own on these small little plastic stands that they had. So what I did was I took some broken pieces of EasyTrack, and what I did was I stabbed the gates right in there, and I think that works real well. And I've also got a little gate box right there. Looks great. Like that. I got some cars over there. There's a guy on the loading dock. Usually I have a boxcar right there, so it looks like he's unloading something. Now, over here, okay, another thing that's important in the yard is, first of all, I used every switch I own, I used. Okay, every single switch I own, I used. I have the roundhouse over here and an extra siding next to the roundhouse. Now, unfortunately, since I don't have a turntable, I'm only able to use one of the 3-track sections. But you know what? That's okay for now. But that's the reason why I put another siding over here. And you can see I have the small office building I had on the other layout right here. Car next to that. That's an O-scale water tower in the background, but I think it looks great on the layout anyway. And then you can see that we have a small shack with one of those track vehicles to get, the superintendents or the railroad workers around the yard. In the shed, coming out of the shed right there, which is real great. It's kind of dark. I know you can barely see it. The reason why I'm talking fast is because I'm running out of time. I think I have a 15-minute time limit on YouTube, But I don't want to have this video go too long. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much the layout. I have my signal bridge over there. You can see on those two little blocks. I know what I forgot who was that requested a run of the North Falkland Western J, but the problem is I'm not going to be able to do that yet because the radius of curves that I have are entirely too short, and because of the table layout is not that big, I had to adjust. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use a wider radius of curve, radii of curve, or whichever way you want to say it. But until then, this is the way it's going to stay, and that locomotive will probably be parked in the siding the majority of the time. But other than that, guys, let me know what you think of the layout. This is it. Over here, oh, right. Now, I ran out of room on the table, or not to say I ran out of room, but I wanted more room. So what I did was I put these. See, the thing is, these boards are on top of table. See, that's the easiest bench work. Bravo 6 though, his bench work is crazy. I'm not able to do all that yet. Okay, I'm not gonna work on that kind of bench work yet, but that will be in the future. Once we get all this area cleaned out, this bed out of here and everything, the layout's expanding over there. And then we're gonna have some mountains. Okay, we're gonna move this couch out of the way and so a lot of other things, but that's not gonna be for a while. But until then, this is what I have, and I'm really happy with this because I'm not on the floor crawling around. I've got a decently sized layout. I can run 2 DCC locomotives at once, and I've got a pretty decent yard. So that's what I'm happy about. A lot of telephone poles. Over here you can see my train station. This is not wired to the DCC. I have to plug that in on the floor somewhere else. That's just to light up the station. Oh, this something small added. Because there's such a huge gap here, I made it look as if there were a bridge. Whoops. You guys even see? Yeah, you go. I made it look as if it were a bridge, but it kind of defeats the purpose because of the switch right here, the DCC switch. But you know what? I don't really care because it looks nice, and you know. But anyway, back to what I was saying before. So the table ran out of room, or didn't run out of room. I just extended it further back that way. And what I did here, since the track was coming out over the smaller table, what I did was I decided to elevate it and make it look like a small bridge. So I used some old blocks and some pieces from old trestle set I had, things like that, just to make it look nice. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much the overview of the layout. You've pretty much seen everything in rush. But yeah, there you go. So the next video I'll have up is me running some trains. Probably get that all uploaded before Christmas. Get that uploaded tonight, probably about half an hour after I do this. Get this to you guys. Let me know what you think. Leave comments, subscribe, tell your friends, your family members. Wait, one more thing. Don't run out of time here. I got little people on the station, and I've got a guy over here in the yard. Usually I have a locomotive parked here, and it looks like he's walking towards the locomotive to do some maintenance. That's pretty much it, guys. But next video will be a running video. So anyway, that's my other channel. Railroad Kid 1937. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas, peace, God bless, and I will catch you all in the running video. See you guys.